A strong hold over current affairs is crucial for aspirants to succeed in the UPSC Civil Services examination. Administer your preparation with updated and relevant news with the monthly Current Affairs Revision Program. Starting from 20th September at 5 p.m., the 60 dedicated classes offer detailed topic-wise coverage of important news compiled through authentic sources such as The Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, Yojna, among others. Enhance your knowledge with up-to-date contextual understanding of all current affairs, expert support through personal mentoring, assessment through MCQs and mains-oriented questions, doubt-clearing sessions, student portal access.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. Cabinet approves implementation of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojna 4th. Union Cabinet approved PM Electric Drive Revolution in Innovative Vehicle Enhancement Scheme. Union Cabinet approved Mission Mausam with an outlay of Rs 2,000 crore over 2 years. Prime Minister envisions India as global green hydrogen hub at 2nd International Conference on Green Hydrogen. Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying launched various initiatives at 4th anniversary of PMMSY. WHO releases its first ever guidance to tackle antibiotic pollution from manufacturing processes. In a major boost to rural infrastructure, the Union Cabinet has approved the implementation of the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojna 4th. Launched by the Ministry of Rural Development for the period of financial year 2024-25 to 28 and 29, the scheme has an ambitious outlay of Rs 70,125 crore. This marks the next phase in the ongoing mission to provide all-weather connectivity to rural India. Under PMGSY 4th, 62,500 kilometers of all-weather roads will be constructed to link 25,000 unconnected habitations. Based on the population criteria for unconnected habitations from the 2011 census, habitations with more than 500 people in plains, 250 in hilly or northeastern regions or special category areas, and 100 in left-wing extremism-affected districts are set to benefit. The scheme also prioritizes the construction and upgradation of bridges along newly connected roads. But what sets the scheme apart is its focus on quality. Incorporating international benchmarks and innovative technologies, roads will now be built using methods like cold mix technology and waste plastic integration. Construction waste like fly ash and steel slag will also be utilized, ensuring that the project is not only robust but sustainable. The impact of the scheme goes beyond infrastructure. Improved connectivity will lead to socio-economic transformation in rural areas, enhancing access to education, healthcare, markets, and growth centers. For systematic planning, road alignments will be facilitated through the PM Gati Shakti portal, ensuring effective and timely implementation. Now, taking a quick look at the past. Launched in 2000, PMGSY has already transformed rural connectivity. PMGSY 2nd in 2013 focused on upgrading 50,000 kilometers of roads. And PMGSY 3rd in 2019 targeted 1.25 lakh kilometers of roads connecting habitations to Grameen agricultural markets, schools, and hospitals. However, challenges remain. Delays in project implementation, non-timely fund releases, and post-construction maintenance have been persistent issues. Yet, with the lessons learned from the past phases, PMGSY 4th aims to address these concerns head-on.
The Union Cabinet has given its approval to the PM Electric Drive Revolution in Innovative Vehicle Enhancement or PM E-Drive scheme, a significant initiative aimed at accelerating the adoption of electric mobility in India. With an outlay of Rs 10,900 crore over the next 2 years, the scheme will be implemented by the Ministry of Heavy Industries and is poised to replace the current faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles program, marking a shift towards a more comprehensive electric vehicle strategy. The approval also includes the PM E-Bus Seva Payment Security Mechanism scheme, which focuses on the procurement and operation of e-buses across the country. The PM E-Drive scheme features several major components that aim to transform the EV landscape in India. It introduces subsidies and demand incentives to encourage the adoption of electric two-wheelers, electric three-wheelers, ambulances, trucks, and other emerging electric vehicles. Additionally, the scheme prioritizes the development of electric vehicle public charging stations in select cities and along strategic highways to enhance the accessibility and convenience of electric vehicle usage. Public transportation also stands to benefit with provisions for the procurement of e-buses by public transport agencies through the Convergence Energy Services Limited. Moreover, the scheme will modernize testing agencies to handle emerging technologies, promoting green mobility across the nation. The significance of the PM E-Drive scheme extends beyond just promoting electric vehicles. It aims to increase the deployment of e-trucks in India and support mass mobility by enhancing public transportation options. The initiative also addresses environmental concerns by reducing the carbon footprint of transportation, thus contributing to cleaner air quality. Importantly, the scheme incorporates a phased manufacturing program, encouraging domestic manufacturing of electric vehicles and their components, thereby boosting local supply chains. Despite the promising prospects of PM E-Drive, several challenges remain in promoting EVs across India. A significant portion of the country's electricity is generated from coal, raising concerns about the true environmental impact of electric mobility. Additionally, India's EV charging infrastructure is still underdeveloped, and battery technology remains suboptimal, affecting the overall efficiency and range of electric vehicles. However, various other initiatives complementing the PM E-Drive scheme are already in place. The National Electric Mobility Mission Plan has been promoting the adoption of EVs across the country, while the production-linked incentive schemes for the auto and auto component sector encourages domestic manufacturing. The production-linked incentive scheme for advanced chemistry cell batteries further supports the growth of India's electric vehicle ecosystem by fostering the production of high-performance batteries, crucial for enhancing the viability of electric vehicles. As India pushes towards green mobility, the PM E-Drive scheme represents a significant step in positioning the country as a global leader in sustainable transportation. The Union Cabinet has recently approved the ambitious Mission Mausam with an outlay of Rs 2,000 crore over the next 2 years. This initiative aims to revolutionize India's capabilities in weather and climate science, research and services. Mission Mausam is designed to enhance the precision of weather and climate data, particularly monsoon forecasts, and will include detailed alerts for air quality, extreme weather events like hailstorms, fog, and heavy rain, while simultaneously building capacity and raising awareness among stakeholders. Mission Mausam is built around 3 key components. First, it will deploy next-generation radar and satellite systems equipped with advanced sensors to improve weather data collection and analysis. Second, the mission will implement high-performance supercomputers to enhance Earth system models for better forecasting accuracy. Lastly, a GIS-based automated decision support system will be created to enable real-time dissemination of weather data, which will be critical for timely decision-making across various sectors. The Ministry of Earth Sciences will be driving force behind Mission Mausam, with 3 of its key institutes, the India Meteorological Department, the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, and the National Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecasting, taking charge of its implementation. The mission holds significance for a wide array of sectors. Agriculture, disaster management, defense, environment, aviation, and water resources are just some of the areas that stand to benefit from more precise weather predictions. Mission Mausam will empower these stakeholders to better manage extreme weather conditions and address climate change impacts, improving resilience across the country. By providing highly accurate forecasts, it sets a new benchmark for predicting weather events, enabling informed, data-driven decisions in urban planning, transportation, and beyond. India has long recognized the importance of improving weather forecasting, and Mission Mausam builds upon several existing initiatives. The monsoon mission, launched in the year 2012, has been enhancing dynamic modeling systems to improve monsoon predictions. The Weather Information Network and Data System is another significant step, generating long-term hyperlocal weather data. Additionally, the launch of Earth observation satellites like INSAT 3D 2013, INSAT 3DR 2016, and the upcoming INSAT 3DS 2024 has further strengthened India's observational capabilities. MOES's operationalization of supercomputers like Pratyush and Mihir in 2018 added immense computational power to process and analyze weather data at a granular level.
In a bold vision for the future, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has outlined India's ambition to become a global green hydrogen hub at the Second International Conference on Green Hydrogen. Reflecting on the National Green Hydrogen Mission launched in 2023, the Prime Minister emphasized that India is on a mission to lead the world in the production, utilization, and export of green hydrogen or GH2. Let's explore how India plans to achieve this transformative goal. To reach the target of producing 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen, India requires a staggering investment of $100 billion. The roadmap includes mobilizing private sector capital through public-private partnerships and fostering global collaborations to gain technical expertise and knowledge transfer. In terms of innovation, continued investment in research and development can be taken up to enhance efficiency of electrolyzer and fuel cell technologies. On the utilization front, green hydrogen is set to revolutionize industries. It could replace fossil fuels in petroleum refining, fertilizer production, and steel manufacturing. Moreover, hydrogen-fueled long-haul vehicles and marine vessels are expected to decarbonize India's mobility sector. India also has a unique opportunity in the export market. With global demand of green hydrogen and its derivatives like green ammonia expected to exceed 100 million metric tons by 2030, India has the potential to export 10 million metric tons annually. This could significantly boost the nation's economy while contributing to global decarbonization. However, challenges remain. The technology for green hydrogen production is costly, and transporting hydrogen over long distances is both technically and logistically complex. Additionally, the absence of a regulatory framework for GH2 could slow down investment and growth in the sector. For those unfamiliar with green hydrogen, it's produced through electrolysis using renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower to split water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. GH2 can also be derived from biomass through gasification. Its applications are vast, from fuel cell electric vehicles and aviation to steel production, power generation, and shipping. In today's story, the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying marked the 4th anniversary of the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojna, or PMMSY, by launching a series of groundbreaking initiatives set to transform India's fisheries sector. Let's dive into the key highlights of this event. One of the most exciting announcements is the launch of the National Fisheries Development Program portal, created under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Sahyojna, a sub-scheme of PMMSY. This portal is set to become a one-stop hub for all fisheries stakeholders, offering a registry, services, and essential support for those engaged in fisheries. Additionally, establishment of 3 specialized fisheries production and processing clusters dedicated to pearl cultivation, ornamental fisheries, and seaweed cultivation is taken up to promote innovation within these niche sectors. A pilot project using drone technology for fish transportation was also unveiled, with the Central Inland Fisheries Research Institute taking the lead. This initiative is set to revolutionize how inland fisheries are monitored and fish are transported in the future. Another major initiative is the establishment of the Mandapam Regional Center of the Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute as a center of excellence for seaweed farming and research, a crucial step in expanding India's blue economy. Additionally, nucleus breeding centers for both marine and inland species will be set up to enhance the genetic quality of economically important species, further boosting India's fish production. For budding entrepreneurs, 3 incubation centers will be established in Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Kochi, aiming to support at least 100 fishery startups and cooperatives. Priority projects also include the development of 5 integrated aqua parks in states like Assam and Chhattisgarh, as well as two world-class fish markets in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Launched in 2020, the PMMSY aims to bring a blue revolution by fostering sustainable growth in India's fisheries sector. Over its 5-year tenure, the scheme targets increasing fish production to 22 million metric tons, cutting post-harvest losses from 20-25% to about 10%, and doubling export earnings to Rs 1 lakh crore. It is both central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme. Wrapping up, let's also take a quick look at its objectives. Harnessing a fisheries potential, modernizing value chain, post-harvest management and quality improvement, enhancing fish production and productivity, build robust fisheries management and regulatory framework, and lastly, doubling fishers and fish farmers' incomes and generation of employment.
The World Health Organization has released its first ever guidance to address antibiotic pollution from manufacturing processes, marking a significant step in combating the growing global crisis of antimicrobial resistance. The release emphasizes the critical need to regulate antibiotic discharge from pharmaceutical manufacturing, which has been recognized as a substantial driver of AMR. One of the main contributors to this issue is wastewater generated by antibiotic production facilities. This wastewater, often containing residues of antibiotics, pollutes nearby water bodies such as rivers and seeps into the surrounding land. Shockingly, antibiotic pollution from manufacturing has largely gone unregulated until now, with most quality assurance standards focusing only on product safety and efficacy, leaving environmental emissions unaddressed. Antimicrobial resistance itself is a global health threat, occurring when bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites no longer respond to antimicrobial medicines. According to WHO, AMR is a natural process that happens over time through genetic changes in pathogens. Its emergence and spread is accelerated by human activity, mainly the misuse and overuse of antimicrobials. The rise of drug-resistant pathogens, often referred to as superbugs, is already having catastrophic effects, especially for patients suffering from multiple diseases. However, AMR poses several concerns. In the matter of human and animal health, WHO listed AMR among the top 10 threats for global health, as in 2019 alone, 1.27 million deaths were directly attributed to drug-resistant infections worldwide. Beyond human health, AMR has a potential to negatively impact biodiversity through pollution and rise of zoonotic diseases. This in turn threatens food security and agriculture, as well as animal husbandry practices which are heavily dependent on antibiotics. The economic impact of AMR is also dire, with increased healthcare costs, loss of productivity, and rising poverty, exacerbating the challenges of social equity and development. To combat this multifaceted issue, WHO is advocating for the adoption of the One Health approach, a holistic framework that aims to balance the health of people, animals, and ecosystems. In addition to this, WHO is also promoting the WHO Good Manufacturing Practices 2020 guidelines, which incorporate environmental aspects of pharmaceutical manufacturing, including waste management. At the national level, India has been proactive with its National Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance, which was launched in 2017. Notable steps include the ban on 40 fixed-dose combinations that were found to be inappropriate, as well as the prohibition of colistin as a growth promoter in poultry, a common practice in animal farming that exacerbates AMR. Innovation also plays a crucial role in the fight against AMR. Bharat Biotech, in collaboration with a US firm, is currently developing an antimicrobial vaccine called AV0328. This vaccine aims to reduce the need for antibiotics by preventing infections in the first place, offering a promising alternative in the ongoing battle against AMR. In today's Place in News, we will talk about Zimbabwe with its capital, Harare. It is in news as India has extended humanitarian assistance to Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Zambia to mitigate food shortages caused by severe droughts linked to the El Niño phenomenon. Talking about its political features, it is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It shares its boundaries with South Africa to the south, Botswana to its west and southwest, Zambia to its north, Mozambique to its east and northeast. If we talk about its geographical features, its rivers include Zambezi, which forms border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, and Limpopo, among others. Moreover, it also includes Victoria Falls, which is one of the largest waterfalls, and Lake Kariba, located on Zambezi River between Zimbabwe and Zambia. Other than that, it also consists of veld grasslands, which are open woodland tropical savanna. Its natural resources include coal, chromium ore, vanadium, lithium, tin, platinum, etc. And lastly, its highest peak includes Mount Nyangani, that is 8,504 feet.
Concluding today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. State Government of Nagaland has approved the implementation of Inner Line Permit in Chumukadima, Newland and Dimapur districts. ILP is an official travel document issued by government that allows Indian citizens to travel into protected areas for a limited period. Turkmenistan and Afghanistan resumed work on Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan-India or TAPI gas pipeline project. Its aim is to export up to 33 billion cubic meters of natural gas annually through a proposed 1,814-kilometer pipeline from Turkmenistan to Afghanistan, Pakistan and India. Trade Connect e-platform was launched by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It will aid in achieving $1 trillion merchandise and $1 trillion services export target by 2030. It is a single-window initiative aimed at facilitating international trade by Indian exporters. Open Network for Digital Commerce, in collaboration with Bhashini, have launched Sarthi reference app to make e-commerce inclusive. Bhashini 2022, under National Language Technology Mission, aims to provide technology translation services in 22 scheduled Indian languages. Center approved transfer of 256 acres of salt pan land in Mumbai to Dharavi Redevelopment Project Private Limited. Salt pan lands comprise parcels of low-lying lands where seawater flows in at certain times and leaves behind salt and other minerals. Micania micrantha weed is rapidly spreading in Bhadra Tiger Reserve and threatening its biodiversity. It is a perennial climber originally from tropical America. It is a major invasive in several parts of Southeast Asia and Pacific Islands. Researchers have discovered a secret grove, a Myristica swamp forest in Kumbral, Maharashtra, which is protected by the local community. Secret groves are preserved natural areas with spiritual and ecological values due to local taboos and sanctions. The President of India presented the National Florence Nightingale Awards for the year 2024. This award is given as a mark of recognition for the meritorious services rendered by the nurses and nursing professionals to the society. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Knowledge. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found our today's episode engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and for the PDF version, visit the links in the description below.